Alright, we're back, and as promised, now we'll be playing Ariadne's Ocean.
Episode 1.
Yes.
I'm afraid that your condition is terminal. There is nothing we can do. However, there still is a way for you to live on, in a way.
A brain scan?
Yes, it's too late for Munch's method, but perhaps a scan of you might live on sometime in the future.
Sure. It's not like I have anything else to lose.
Indeed, it could also help other people. Would you grant us permission to use the scan for medical research?
This is bound to
Yeah,
end
if
well.
you think it will help. It's not like it's gonna be me. But do whatever you want to with the scan.
Thank you. Shall we get started?
Yeah. I've never done this before. What should I expect?
Nothing bad. A small headache would be the worst case scenario. The electro...
Hello? What happened? Did it work?
Yeah, it does look like a destroyed laboratory.
Yeah, there are a lot of destroyed urban assets in the game that are not used.
And again it starts with standing up mechanic.
Like, I'm not sure if you heard, but just as we wake up, you hear footsteps from outside the room.
I think I heard them, just didn't pay attention. Yeah, it looks like some place on Earth, but with a strange big pipe, strangely connected to a machine in a way that someone can accidentally touch in this pipe. Cancelled. Someone was really unhappy with this particular project. Window. Oh, but not what you expect. You see like something, wow, glowing parts. And nice to see an amnesia-like light attached to the player.
Like, it's always been like that in Soma. Just like in Agony of Rain, I disabled it.
Some liquid and structure gel. Seems this way. Huh. Yeah, it's like pipe from... Yeah, it's pipe from Pathos 2, but it made placed here. It's pretty simple, so it looks like more earlier time, but there are drops of something looks like structure gel flashlight. This is great to have.
There's also the monitors.
Yes, interactivity. Nothing happens. Rebirth. Born. Alive. Each time we use a monitor, it plays a sound with random pitch, but nothing actually.
Yeah, it's
Changed.
exactly like what I saw in the vertical slice video. I recreated that.
And this laptop, no interactivity too, even though it has a keyboard. No, there's a keyboard here actually too. So many screens, they had to monitor a lot of stuff, it seems. Ariadne's Ocean out now. and something else. Someone didn't like the name of this something, so the name was covered with black paint. Oh, press to X, it doesn't work. Light switch doesn't work too. Open doesn't pull also. I'm pulling, but it doesn't move.
Yeah, it's closed. It's locked actually.
That's why the light switch didn't work, probably. Actually, usually if the door is locked, you can, in Amnesia and Soma, you can move it slightly. But here it just gets stuck, and that makes it... Well, yeah, it's more realistic, but since it's not the same what you expect from the game, it looks more like a bug.
What the hell?
Nice sound and nice reaction. Yeah, it does a good job of showing that we are in the laboratory, but something's not right.
What happened to me?
That was quick. The diving suit's in place. He wasn't hallucinating like Simon did.
Yeah. Wait.
I heard you now.
Oh, if you heard me, then it's okay. Like, just wasn't saying anything.
I see.
Like, I was enjoying you experiencing this. Like, yeah, this is based a lot from the vertical slice, and I try to recreate that feeling, but not at the same level exactly, but also make it
Yeah,
fit
it looks
my...
very different. It's not the same lab that was in the Argent.
Who's there?
Oh,
It is functional. The stirring is at an end. Your assistance is appreciated. Know that you shall have your revenge.
revenge?
What? Why am I here? What happened?
Proceed.
It's also the moment I discovered that I shouldn't really do voice acting.
Really? I didn't hear anything bad in this particular acting. This is looking interesting. There's an arch and another wall, like inside the arch, and then there's a rectangular
Yeah, it's weird
door.
with the urban assets. Like, most of them, it's kinda hard to guess what fits with what other assets, and sometimes you gotta do stuff like this to just to make
There's
door
no
frames work.
arch-shaped door frame and no arch-shaped door. Oh, this looks like an item. There is something on the wall that disappears with the flashlight. Maybe it's related to the code. Something like...
I was kinda focusing on... I was playing Escape the Room games when doing this map, or like this mod. I kinda got ideas from Escape the Room games puzzles.
These Escape the Room are video games or real life quests.
Video games, but I've been also at a real life one. And I don't know. Like some of the puzzles get really stupid there. Like really have to think about them in a certain way, and then you probably don't have it the right way. A mistake I did in this mod is to make the glass look like you can break it, but it's in fact unbreakable.
Not that much of a mistake though, because it's quick to check. Or maybe... since there are no places, no items heavy enough, then you'd spend some time searching for it.
Like when designing the puzzle you are currently like working on, I kinda also wanted to make force the player to listen to what they hear around them, in case they don't figure out what to do next.
Now I only hear ambient sounds. This looks similar to the code panel, but the panel cannot be used, which means it is related to something else. So I think it's required to search the environment for things that look like it.
Yeah, you picked up an glowing item from the
Yes.
window, maybe.
But I have no idea what it does and how to use it. It just like disappeared. Probably I would expect automatic prompts to appear in the right place.
But yeah, keep listening for stuff.
Yes. Oh, there's a sound, but it's really hard to notice.
Yeah, it's actually behind the painting.
And painting.
You put the painting down.
Don't even remember doing that anymore. And that opened the door. I wonder if it was the only door that's opened. Let's have a look. Yeah, the only door. I still don't understand what this thing means though.
be obvious a bit later.
These red cracks look really weird, unusual and scary. Seems like it's a repainted version of a black crack, maybe even this particular one.
Yeah, it is.
Ah, it looks like there are bodies on the beds. And this model looks like it is from the alpha.
Yeah, like it's from that part with the brain shredder in 2013.
Strange, it's not possible to move this chair. Let's
Yeah,
probably
I
make
think I
this way
actually
so-
disabled them because people kept trying to smash the windows open with them.
to show that there's nothing in the table, on the table to take.
This specific room was a nightmare to make, and like it's so hard to work with these WoW assets, and it's just like them meshed together, and that's basically how also it is in Alpha, in Soma. So
And
it
this one
took me
seems to have
like 2
custom
days to make
scale.
this. Yeah, everything has a custom scale or something. But I kind of like how it turned out because like this is the main aesthetic that I really liked about Soma, like the WoW stuff.
Yeah, it looks pretty original and alien. With all these circular lines. I wonder how this water is implemented in the game. It looks like some kind of animated decal.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's implemented.
Scary legs of a giant spider.
There is actually a feature, like in the early game, in the vertical slice there would be the WoW actually moving tentacles, or like growing tentacles and doing stuff in real time. And that's the code for that is still in the game. It was just unusable, and like me and another user named Apion we actually managed to get the code back to work again, and like you can trigger WoW tentacles growing dynamically and doing stuff. But no mod has ever used that so far.
Would be interesting to see that in a mod. It's not every day you can see an environment changing around you, because it takes some effort to build and plan, especially if it's a lot of dramatic changes. Back to the corridor.
Like, there's a small puzzle here that everyone always misses the first time when they go past it. Like the one where the lights were flickering. Like, I tried to do flickering lights and then also noises for flickering lights, and also have one of them already inserted, but everyone seems to miss the fact that you have to connect these cables to the plugs.
And the problem is that I had a look at this cable and I didn't see any interactivity prompts. So I thought it was just a decoration and I didn't notice these two. It didn't connect exactly to the center, but seems to be still working, hopefully.
Also, this turned out to be very buggy when implementing it, and I had to make sure that the cables wouldn't clip through the up to the wow things and the floor, and
This cable gets deformed.
Yeah.
Now the glass disappeared. It is possible to re-enter the place. There must be some change somewhere in the room, probably a medical bay. That's what we're going to look. Yeah. And here's the theme that looks similar to what was. It's a lights out mechanic similar to the one which was.
Yeah, it's like that hacking minigame.
Yes, yes.
Or rather, the hacking minigame is like this.
So on the picture we've seen that something. It must be. It must have a square in the center and corners must be highlighted. So that's what should be installed.
Yeah, so a square in the center and the corners.
It just disappeared. And some music played. I wonder if it's somehow related to that. This door is now open. And the door with the code still not. Pieces of wall are stacked here. Another one. There must be a clue somewhere about what to do with it.
You come here.
So many diving suits with cortex chips.
What happened here?
Those of us that are weak,
I had to do. Your voice. You're a scan of me. I'm a scan of me.
that is correct.
You don't seem to be well. Can I help?
It is too late for me. She has to be stopped. She cannot be allowed to consume us. Not like this.
Stop who? What's happening here?
Ariadne. She won't stop until we're broken. Until she can consume our mind and add it to her own.
What? How?
She controls a warden. She consumed the scans of so many. She wants to become humanity itself. Had to try to stop her. You must try to stop her.
How do I do that?
I don't know. Go further than each of us. Escape if you can. The agent. Tell it that you found me here. It will help you. You are the last one. Save us from this hell.
You realize that he's a scan very quickly, a lot quicker than it had to take for Simon.
Yeah, like I kind of when playing Soma, I felt like Simon was like figuring out stuff too slowly compared to the player character, or like not to the player, not to the player character. But yeah, I think this is like a more accurate in a way that someone would kind of figure out stuff earlier, or like the main character in this mod kind of figures out what's happening a bit earlier, but he doesn't know why everything is happening.
Well, this kind of character is in the minority of people, because most people are prone to wishful thinking, and they would try to think that everything is fine and they are not scans for as long as it's possible.
I also had a lot of fun with posing all the Simons and the tentacles and everything in this room.
So it's possible to pose them as ragdolls.
Yeah, and then set them to static.
Yeah, that's really cool. Gives a lot of freedom. Still got no clues for this puzzle. So
Like you got the keys.
yes. They might be related to another door. Oh. A new type of floor, which fits
It's
so
not
nicely
new.
with these walls.
Like this was used in the vertical slice. Like this is what you would see when you exited the fake Munshi office in the vertical slice video, and I kind of based this part of the level around that. There was an elevator you would not be able to use.
A lot of liberty is taken with scaling here. Pretty ugly
Yep.
stretch texture. Oh, elevator shaft, but so alienized and so weird. And you can actually interact with it. And that's the next level, and it's impossible to return. So that lights out second puzzle was probably related to some Easter egg or alternative story sequence.
Yeah.
You stand triumphant over the first of my trials, subject. Rejoice. I am Ariadne. I am humanity. Continue to prove your strength, and you may stand a chance to join the will of humanity. You will join us. You are not aware of the death we are struggling to get away from. I will guide humanity from its grave to greatness. The Wardens could not save us, but I will. Join us, or run away along with this world. The ocean awaits you. Learn what you can. Learn of our demise. Find me, subject, and you will stand a chance to join our mind. Fail, and your carcass will be consumed to view another who may succeed.
Like, there is a big problem with this model. Like, I try to use this model as well a statue or something that is that Ariadne uses to communicate with the player. But then this is an unused model that, like the Kate robot that you find at some point would be forced into a human-ish body by the faction called the Solipsis. And this is what remains of that part of the game. Like it isn't rigged. It doesn't even. It's stuck in a depot, whatever you do. So I had to try to do something with tentacles and WoW stuff to actually make this look decent and try to hide the fact that the character is stuck in a depot. Yeah.
Yes. It's pretty a good job on hiding that.
And also, like, these cables, like the ones on the floor, are all custom made with small pieces.
Interesting. Yeah, you can see the connections if you look close.
Yeah.
But they are pretty well hidden. It probably took a lot of time and effort to fit them.
Yeah, I think I never wanted to do cables again after doing this map specifically because it's full of cables everywhere.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's something like terrains in Quake 3 engine, where you basically model every triangle by hand and place special brushes in the corners to set texture blending parameters. Takes a lot more time than if you do it with sculpting and brushes. How it's painting with terrain painting brushes, how it's done currently.
Yeah.
In modern engines.
This is a room that was made after concept art.
It looks very beautiful. This shape, these windows. You can even look inside. Though there's no zoom in, and it could use zoom in to get a better view.
Yeah. Look outside. Look outside through the windows. There's event.
There's a big fish in the background.
Like, these walls, these windows that you see, they aren't actually windows. They are like two doors, and one is rotated by 180 degrees and it's placed on the top of the other. So there are no actual window models for this set of assets.
But it looks very nice. I don't even notice any texture scaling. Maybe it's a door which looks exactly this size and this scale. That's why there's no scaling.
It's two doors. If you look at another door, you can see that the top side is identical. See, if you look at the top of this door wall, it will be the same. If you like rotate it at 180 degrees and put it to the top, you get the window.
And it seems like organic, like they use the same frame for everything. It's not even very noticeable that it's the same model for door and for window. So many small glow lights. They even have nice corner meshes that look very alien. A lot of interesting places to explore, to enjoy the scenery. I love exploring and enjoying the scenery. And I remember a really nice moment in Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice at the beginning when you defeat either of the bosses, Sword or Valraven. Well, you need to defeat them both, you just choose the order you do so, but when you defeat a boss, the environment gets changed. Like, it's not burning anymore, it's looking blurred for Sword and for Valraven, it's not raining anymore, it gets sunny. It's getting sunny, and it's really... it feels great to walk around and look and see that your actions change
that when I played
the world. I don't know. It's actually... yeah, if you defeat Valraven and then rush to the exit, then you might not pay attention, but actually the whole area with the puzzles that leads to Valraven is open to exploration after he's defeated, and it looks completely different. It's sunny, and you can even find some fake Valravens that the developers forgot to disable after defeating the boss. And so, together with the sequence of Valraven is tricking you, you missed him, like, you know, when you're walking behind the tree, and when tree obstructs him from you, and then you see him again, you realize it wasn't him, it was a puppet. And I even managed to, in one place, to climb up the ladder, and there was a fake Valraven which did not turn into a puppet. A robot, but heavily modified by structured gel.
Yeah, it's like the first enemy from Soma.
It's
Not
alive.
come this far in a long time.
Glowing
You
red.
saw the ones who didn't make it. Do not worry. I mean you no harm for now.
But he
Like, there are
moves like
two...
he means he wants to do harm.
like, there are two different, like, characters that kind of control the word
And
units.
again, you can disable something. This looks like some creature that
Yeah,
you
the
can disable
spiders.
to heal yourself. To heal yourself.
Yeah, yeah, that was featured a lot more in the game, in the alpha, or like in the design documents. And I try to do that. So, like in this mod, like if you want to heal yourself, you gotta kill something first.
Who are you? What happened to the world?
Right, let's get this over with. The comet wiped out the surface in 2103, but some humans survived in underwater stations. A failed state, the warning, was meant to keep humanity alive at any cost. But it backfired, and eventually led to complete extinction of the human race. I got to witness most of those events myself. Now I go by the name of Adjutant, in service to what known as Ariadne.
Adjutant. That scan told me that you can help.
Of course you did. I do plan to stop all of this.
How do you plan to stop all this?
Ariadne's attention is divided at the moment. She will not notice any interference in this area. Her collective will alone can control a order unit, but she is not the only one with that ability. Find a way to reset the power in the facility. That will allow me to find a bridge into the Warden's processes. I have also made a path for you through the bowels of this structure. You will need to manually access a part of the system and stop a frequency to get in control of what remains of the Warden's will.
Why should I do all of that?
Because I won't allow you any other alternative. If not you, there will always be a next scan of you.
Oh,
Like, you
there's
can
actually a pile of spiders.
Yeah. You can keep talking
Where
to
can I
him.
reset the power?
Get that walkway above us. Over all the paths. Simultaneously, that will allow our system reset and give me the opportunity to gain more control over this system.
How do I set the frequency?
I have managed to gain physical access to the area. There should be some levers that will grant you access to the console. And finally, the one that's being needed.
What about after all that is done?
Then I will allow you to leave if you wish to. Ariadne's trials lie ahead. I wouldn't recommend going through that.
There's a big thing outside. Looks dangerous.
Like the Wardens have created a similar to that from before. Try not to get into making your out.
Why do you plot against Ariadne?
Because humanity is not dead. She wishes to claim to a memory not even her own and create an abomination out of what life is left. Suffering and death. That is what I wish to avoid by stopping her. The life the Wardens have created needs to thrive.
How many more of me are there?
I am uncertain. Tens at least. The process usually takes less than 100 copies.
What year is it now?
Nobody's counting anymore.
What are all those dead mechanical spiders?
Basic robot workers. They have some sort of primitive intelligence, but they are usually harmless, unless you do something they don't like. Go and see what you can accomplish. Reset the power valve and go in the tunnels to match the frequencies. Go and see what you can accomplish.
I wonder if there's a choice between Ariadne's trials and the Sabun.
Yeah, that's the plan, but like this is only episode 1.
Ah. I see.
Like, I kinda color coded the WoW lights, so like blue would be the Warden and Ariadne, and if you see red lights, it's usually some influence of the Adjutant.
So this is entrance to the trials. Or maybe not, on the map it's marked as red. And there's the red light. More like orange.
Yeah, it's orange.
Okay.
Those are just for contrast.
Another white sound.
so.
So far the maze looks pretty complex and confusing, and only thing I can actually do is just explore in random places and see what happens.
Yeah.
Spider. Another switch. It's working. This character Spider is really cool with excellent sounds, the metal steps and the screams.
Yeah, the screams were made by AM team. Kinda made the sounds for them and I think changed the AI a bit. And the steps are from another enemy that's not used in Soma.
But they
Like,
sound
there was-
so great that it feels like it was made by original developers. Very high quality.
Like, have you seen the spiders in any other mods?
I don't know.
Because I also used them in another mod called Lucas.
Ah, I played that. So I probably had to see the spiders there. It just was really long ago. So I don't remember it anymore. There's a second floor, it seems. Oh. This seems to be a clue for that lights out puzzle.
Yeah.
So one square in the center, small square, and lines of 3 in the edges. Auto save. Something has to change now. Just need to find what it is. Collision problem? No.
Yeah.
Just a camera problem. It's not reproducible.
Oh.
This lever still doesn't work, so it has to be something else.
Yep.
Real nice to see that there's something under the floor and above the ceiling. And this grate actually reminds me of a commonly used puzzle in Doom 3. If the door is broken, you crawl under the floor.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do that in a mod once, but didn't get to do it yet.
I actually used that puzzle in one of my Doom 3 maps. There was some noise from the microphone, it seems. Is your
Yeah, I think
microphone
I think I accidentally hit it.
Yeah, I hear you. Everything's fine.
Like, a funny thing about the spiders is that if they are chasing you, you can simply jump over them.
And they won't be able to attack when you're jumping.
Yeah, they will have to rotate first.
Ah. So now I see why it feels more like an adventure. Because spiders are less dangerous than monsters you usually encounter in Soma.
Yeah. And like, you constantly have another character who's telling you what to do. Well, that's kind of like Soma with Catherine, I guess.
And here it's more like, I don't know, Myst. When you're just finding clues and notes.
Yeah.
And only sometimes.
Go to that door you were just by.
Oh, yeah, this looks important. Such a long valve. It goes on and on and on.
Yeah, it opens the door next to it.
Ah,
I think you can crawl into it.
just about time. Because the spider came. More organic structural gel things.
I mentioned before how like I kind of wanted the players to feel a bit more at ease, since this environment is more human-made than what you were in before.
New kind of door opening switch.
It's actually old, unused. It was in some of the early versions and videos from that.
This game seems to be a gold mine of different unused things that can be reintroduced in the mods.
Yeah.
Is the computer alive? I could tell the agent about that.
I think I spent a lot of time doing this terminal.
So many frequencies, I don't know which of them I actually need.
Yeah, well, when in doubt, look for red text.
And red text seems to be a message from the adjutant. And he says, get communication frequency. Overwrite and return. But he doesn't say what is exactly the frequency I need. So for now, the only course of action I can come up with is to make a screenshots of all frequencies, and then when I reach the place when I'm supposed to input them, try everyone until I get the right one. Some progress bar. Oh, so many things.
Like, at some point you will be able to figure out what year it is from this terminal.
Where's the station that was in space? The Apollo, because if we could connect terrain from Apollo and to this station, why isn't it in Romania?
Because it's not really related to Carthage.
And now, if we can get frequencies delta and theta. So delta frequency is 1.168. It's already, but it's exactly what's set here. So maybe it requires something else.
Yeah, well, maybe keep looking through the other tabs.
Yes. I wonder if there's any place you can actually connect to from here. Or they all are dead.
Oh, it's here for some reason.
Makes sense?
like the farther away they are from the geographical point of where you are in the game, the longer it will take to hold them.
That's a nice touch. Actually, it would be nice if they had like animation and the minimap to support that.
There's also something you can do about the crying computer if you look around the room.
Oh, station vehicles, data found. Receiving data package. Corrupt data. Is there any way to read that data? There are no new numbers. New menu points.
Yeah, maybe on the bottom one.
I didn't try that yet. Blue screen of death. From Lucas. System override data is not something that you could do. Before you contact Lucas, it seems. Delta, theta, avoidance system data override. System reset button not active and override is not active too. This must be something else. Is missing. Yeah, maybe. Crying computer.
Yeah, I think it was
Maybe
in the
this is-
first page, I think. Oh, right.
Override. Main. Override delta, override theta. And for these delta and theta, so maybe I should change default ones with override. So for override delta it's 0.516. 5. And for theta it's 4.274. Now they all are inactive, so it seems like it was done correctly. And for system override, now we can reset.
Like I made something here, like if you reset the system without talking to the adjutant about the fact that you found the scan here, the scan would also die when you restart the computer. Otherwise, if you talk to the adjutant, you can simply just override from here. But you would have to return in order to not kill that scan. And yeah.
So if what scan dies? The main hero?
No, like the one that was in the computer and was crying.
Didn't it die if you disconnect the wire?
Yeah, it died, but you didn't have to do that. And also, I think, yeah, if
maybe it's important to preserve its life.
If you don't kill the scan and override the system without killing it, like the spiders will no longer be hostile, they'll just walk around.
This is a nice touch.
And initially the spiders are not hostile until you pull a lever or or if you kill the spider in the near the adjutant.
That's where I came from.
Yeah.
So, doesn't seem like there's any other way to leave that room. So, probably need to go back and search.
No, I mean,
There.
this is the right way. You have to go back to the adjutant now and like do the other puzzle.
I wonder if the spiders are scans too. Maybe not, maybe it's just the scan is able to help with reprogramming them.
I also made the spiders spawn and despawn dynamically whenever you enter this area.
Let's try jumping. It didn't work.
Like they have the same, exactly the same AI as the construct, like the first enemy you meet. So they're pretty easy to fool. Like if you go around the corner, they kind of forget about you.
It's pretty confusing in a way that I seem to have the choice between Adjutant and Ariadne, but I cannot see where
Oh, like you don't
the
have.
things are and how to make the choice, and that makes me afraid that I can accidentally do a choice without realizing it. So I hope in the next episode it will be marked clearly.
No, like you don't really have any choice in this episode. I was planning to actually implement the choice.
Yes, I understand
afterwards.
that, but there's a feeling that the choice is here and right now.
There's another diving suit somewhere around here. Dead. Some tentacles are missing.
What more reason to try to stop her? Ariadne's trial is halted until my requests are fulfilled. Go and see what you can accomplish. Ariadne's trial is halted.
Like you have to go up there.
I didn't see any way to go up. Maybe climb using
like
a pipe.
maybe
or
not
something
from
like
this
that.
room.
Probably.
Maybe there's stuff you can climb on.
Oh, that's very far from obvious.
Yeah, but maybe there are crates around.
Yeah. It's very hard to understand. I think there should be some clues for that. And that room was also confusing because it gave a feeling that you should go somewhere from that room, but there are just dead ends. Also some searches. Like maybe I missed something and there is actually a way to open one of the doors.
Yeah, like people kept thinking that there is a way to open the other locked door in that area, and I didn't know why. Like,
Maybe it's better to replace that locked door with a destroyed door that clearly cannot be opened. Or maybe a dialogue saying that it's not possible to go anywhere from here.
like this is not the ideal way to get to that side, but if it works, it works. There is a part where the walkway is, and where there's no walkway and you can simply go there.
I cannot see that part.
Also,
From here
try
there
to
are
get
also-
healed. There is a healing thing here.
This one.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe try climbing on a different one.
So that's the way, but it is very hard to see. Because it's in the corner and it feels like the railing simply continues right to the wall.
Yeah, like, I don't know, when I saw other people play it, they usually said like, oh look, a flickering right, there's no way that doesn't mean that I don't have to keep this area in mind or something. I don't know.
And here are buttons, and the adjutant said about something about overwrite everything.
Those lines between them are
Connecting.
actually lamps.
Ah, it's required to connect everything
Yeah.
without repeating the lines. That's a very well designed puzzle, it's easier than it looks. Or maybe I just got lucky.
Yeah, like for me it was very easy, but then there were people who got stuck on it, and then I actually randomly got stuck on it. I didn't know how I could get stuck on it.
It teleported to the other place. Ah, it's just behind the door. don't know what else to do besides talking to the adjutant again.
Everything's done.
There's not much for you to do here anymore. If you wish to face our trials, I am no longer in the way. I thank you for your cooperation.
Now some other way out must open. I don't have any idea what it was. Maybe it's here. No, there's a door. That must be somewhere else. The switch is not working, it seems. Ah,
Yeah.
the door. This is how it works. Underwater location. And the fish shark.
Like, this is how the mod was supposed to end, and like the second part you'd be in the underwater areas, and then that Kate mod that you find would be one of the characters that helps you. And you'd start to kinda actually have choices between siding with the adjutant or with Ariadne. You get to visit some other locations, like I'm not sure if I was going to do like Pathos 2 in the future, but like maybe the ruins of Leucos and Outpost Calypso and something like that. And also, like somewhere on that terminal it said that the downtime has been like some tens of thousands of days, and that's like 200 and something years have passed the events of Soma.
Really? Things don't seem to be changed that much. I wonder if there's a mod for Soma which where you play as Simon 2 after he was cloned into Simon 3 who left to launch the Ark.
I think someone planned to do that, but they stopped modding Soma.
That would be a really interesting thing to have a look at. Really curious story. I hope there will be Ariadne's Ocean. I hope eventually there will be a remastered release with improved accessibility of the puzzles and second episode.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Like, at the time I literally have no time to actually do more Soma modding. Maybe sometime in the future, but I'm not sure about that.
Yes, I can understand that. There are also mods I wish to do, like continuing truth mod for Soul Game and surprisingly focused for Prey, but it would take a lot of work and I just don't have enough time and energy to work on them, and I'm not sure if I'll ever have them in the future.
Yeah. Like for me it's also that I'm programming at work and it's also game development, so I don't want to do even more of that in my free time. Like, I'd be doing the same thing all day.
Yeah. Well, it's getting late, so I think it's time to finish the stream. Thank you very much, Paul, for coming to these streams. It was great to talk to you and
Yeah,
to
no
stream
problem.
very interesting mods you're making. And thanks to everyone who watched the stream. Goodbye.